everyone! We're continuing our walkthrough now of SpongeBob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version. This is part 17 of our SpongeBob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version walkthrough. In the last part, we finished up the downtown roof. In the last part, we ended up doing the downtown rooftops, and we also did the lighthouse battle. And we also talked with Bubble Buddy after exiting the lighthouse in downtown Bikini Bottom. And we're right now, and we also opened the spatula by Mrs. Puff. Or we also returned the steering wheels to Mrs. Puff and left the spatula by her at the end of the video. And right now we're at the station where the Tiki's Go Boom spatula is located. And it's kind of funny, because do you see how many spatulas we have? We have the same number of socks here as of spatulas we own at this time. Do you see that? So yeah, like I said, we're at... And when you return the stuff to the characters that talk to you at the beginning of the place, you still keep them. You still keep them for you. You just have to, because see, the number doesn't go back down to 0. The number just stays put at the full number. Like in this case, 11/11, because there are 11 steering wheels. Does that make sense? Okay, so we'll continue now and do the spatula named Tiki's Go Boom. Well, first we're destroying this to get a Super Ultra Mega. And now manual-wise, you can touch number 1.
Feel like a new sponge.
And number 4. Now we'll make the sinks destroy number 3 for us, because you saw the sinks destroyed number 2 for us a little earlier in this video. Now see, it just destroyed 3. Now see, because the T's are gone, now we have to push these 4 buttons.
Sometimes pushing a single button is the most
And they're all these round buttons SpongeBob can push. Except they're just a smaller version than what you see over there with the 3-second button with Mrs. Cow. And now you see, since we touched all the 4 buttons, you saw the cannon got destroyed by this anvil you could see over here. And now you saw the spatula appear on the statue's head. Do you see where it is location-wise? Can you see that? If so, we're not going to get that spatula just yet. We're just going to open it like that. Because remember? Yeah. Remember, spatula-wise, we're going to collect Extreme Bungee, and we're going to collect Learn Sandy's moves. But we're just leaving the spatula on top of the statue's head, and the spatula by Mrs. Puff to get a future preference. We just have them open for us at this time. Like open, available to walk to and get it. Does that make sense? If so, you could tell we're teleporting to the Sea Needle to get Extreme Bungee spatula-wise. Now we'll do a bubble feet to get this spatula. Now see, we're at 9. And now let's listen to Mr. Krabs.
There's more golden spatulas in the deep blue sea. Be on the lookout.
And now because we collected this, we'll go to the spatula named Across the Rooftops. But there's going to be a cool experience, because the spatula we're going to get is Learn Sandy's moves. But watch this. You can tell we're at the downtown rooftops right now because we teleported to across the rooftops spatula-wise, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the downtown streets, but watch what happens. When I exit, you see, we get the spatula learn Sandy's moves right when we exit. Do you see that? And now you could tell we have enough for Goo Lagoon. So now we're going to go back to the spatula named on top of the pineapple. Ooh, see, now the colors are back. And now we're going to go over here to Goo Lagoon because we have the requirement. Do you see that? And by the way, we're 1/10 of the way done with the game because you can see we have 10 spatulas. And see, that's the requirement for Goo Lagoon. So before we go in, I'm going to save our game. Now we'll go to Goo Lagoon. And the reason why I saved the game beforehand is because the bubbles went away. And that'll be the case all the time when we see bubbles. Now see, the bright colors are in the sky again.
At the bottom of the sea. But all is not well here on Paradise.
Now see, we're starting Goo Lagoon in this video. Now see, you can tell there's a hammer to begin with. And then you could tell it's saying the bubble bash you could also use to hit platforms, like this one here that I'm just about to hit. But I don't know why with this sign, whenever we die and we come up close like this, we always read this sign. But with the other signs, we don't read them. Can you visualize that sign-wise, whichever signs that we read? Now see, I'm doing a bubble bash to get these floating tikis and just to get those wood tikis and just to get that green shiny object. And now we're gonna get a checkpoint in just a minute, and also there's a new robot here. You can see we just got a checkpoint, and now you can see there's a new robot here called a monsoon. See, there's a new robot here called a monsoon, and you can tell he has an umbrella, and he shoots out thunderclouds and lightning strikes you like you see this video clip is happening, and it's a pretty funny one. See, it's saying this robot is called Monsoon. You see that? Now, from defeating monsoons, you get 60 shiny objects from defeating them. Now see, we're going to talk with Larry in just a minute, but there's going to be a certain way we're going to do it before we talk with Larry. So first we'll get the checkpoint, next we'll get the yellow shiny object, and third we'll get this thunder tiki and now talk to Larry.
Do I look
so that shiny objects can calculate while SpongeBob and Larry are talking. And when we see something that will give us shiny objects before SpongeBob and the character that's right by it starts talking, we'll always do it so shiny objects can calculate while they're having the discussion, opening wise for these spatulas.
Well, you do look a little red.
Does that make sense?
barnacles? That darn robot.
Robot?
Yeah, a big robot stole everybody's sunscreen.
Oh no! Everyone will burn, and then they'll get all itchy and peel.
Exactly! You can't spend a day at the beach without sunscreen. That sun is way too hot. That robot is out on the island. Nobody can get to him.
And see, you could tell.
SpongeBob, maybe you can use those sun reflectors to point the sun's rays on that robot.
You could tell robot-wise it's actually a hammer.
If you hit one of the buttons on the side of the lifeguard tower, the reflector will turn.
And
Connect
now,
all the towers, and the light will shoot right out of the big reflector on the island.
And you could tell.
Then all you have to do is swim out to the island and turn the big reflector onto the robot. I'll stay here and protect the babes.
But I can't swim.
So yeah, you could remember, like I said, robot-wise, it's a hammer who stole everybody's sunscreen. And I'll tell you, combination-wise, for this spatula that's opening, which is named Connect the Towers, the combination to get to the big reflector out on the island. So like on Tower 1, you have to push the left button. And see, that leads us to over there. And now before we go over there, we're going to collect all the shiny objects we see. And see, when we attack all of these umbrellas, we get one shiny object from each of them.
A little shade on a hot day. Somehow I don't think...
See, we're about to face a G-Love in a minute. But first, we're getting all these shiny objects. And you see, I opened the teleport box.
Too pretty. Can't take it.
Now see, on each of these floating tikis, you saw there was a green shiny object. Well, you see, I was rotating with the umbrella. Did you notice that? It's pretty funny. Now see, I'll get the G-Love now. Now, after we hit this sun reflector over here, we'll see we have to go on this guy's tummy. Now see, after we hit this sun reflector over here, I was thinking of stopping the video, but I didn't realize we had an extra minute. So on sun reflector 2, you have to hit the left button from looking this way. Like so. Because see, the one that's not lit up, I remember, is a foul lifeguard tower. Because both of those buttons, when you push them, doesn't connect to any towers. So now when it comes to this tower, you have to hit the left one again, like so. And that'll lead you to over there. And now, when we come up to here, first of all, you'll see we'll be above 7,000 shiny objects. But when we do this sun reflector, we have to push the right button like so. And then that will lead you to the reflector on the island. So we just have to make our way to the island now and do the reflector over there. So now we'll come to where the checkpoint is and stop the part here. And the reason why we decided to do Goo Lagoon is not only because of the requirements, but because I already showed you everything that was in downtown Bikini Bottom. And I explained to you spatula-wise about everything. So I'll have to explain what we did in this video in the next video because we're out of time. So yeah, that'll end part 17, and I'll see you guys in part 18.